Okay. The lure of the unfamiliar. One of the perverse parts of human nature is that we always desire what we don't have. We look on the other side of the fence. The grass is always greener. The neighbor has a better car. Their children are better behaved. We're always desiring what other people have. We think what we don't have is better. That's the nature of desire. When we actually attain something, it's not such a great feeling. The importance of desire is to always be pursuing something outside of ourselves. We want what is unfamiliar, what is exotic, what we've never had in our lives before. We want what is transgressive, what is the taboo, what other people don't have, what is new or fresh. You have to create the object of desire in whatever you're creating in life. You have to give people a feeling that there's something a little taboo and transgressive about it, which was what I did with the 48 Laws of Power. When you pick up that book, you feel like you're doing something a little bit dirty and nasty. You want to create the feeling that what you're offering is not something familiar. Daily law, when a person or an object is familiar, you have a bit of disdain. But when it's distant and alluring and mysterious and something out there that we don't have, that sparks our desire. That's the key to any sort of marketing or soft sell. Interesting. Let's see. Find their thumbscrew. And it starts out with a quote by Balthazar Gratian. Gratian? Find out each man's thumbscrew. Quote, "'Tis the art of setting their wills in action. It needs more skill than resolution. You must know where to get at anyone. Every volition has a special motive which varies according to taste. All men are idolaters, some of fame, others of self-interest, most of pleasure. Skill consists in knowing these idols in order to bring them into play. Knowing any man's mainspring of motive, you have, as it were, the key to his will." We all have resistances. We live with a perpetual armor around ourselves to defend against change and the intrusive actions of friends and rivals. We would like nothing more than to be left to do things our own way. Constantly butting up against these resistances will cost you a lot of energy. One of the most important things to realize about people, though, is that they all have a weakness, some part of their psychological armor that will not resist, that will bend to your will if you find it and push on it. Some people wear their weaknesses openly, others disguise them. Those who disguise them are often the ones most effectively undone through that one chink in their armor. Daily law, everyone has a thumbscrew, a gap in the castle wall. Once found, it is a thumbscrew you can turn to your advantage. Okay. The thumbscrew. Let's see. Anything interesting in here for a quick read? Keys to fearlessness. This one's from Sun Tzu. Thus, one's victories in battle cannot be repeated. They take their form in response to inexhaustibly changing circumstances. They can be likened to water, as water varies its flow according to the fall of the land. Be like water, my friend. Yeah, the whole water thing is pretty applicable to where I'm going now. You have to be ready to change the momentum of your energy at any moment when you're working with a pack of dogs. You have to be very flexible when dealing with different kinds of dogs and people, I guess. All right, a little bit of energy before I go. Forgot this is carbonated. Well, that's good. I think it's huckleberry, she said. It kind of tastes like grape. It's good. It was kind of a good find. Those little ones. All right, let's make our way to the dog. All right. Shush. And we are on. Still kind of waking up. I feel it in my head, like just a little out of it. It just could be also everything that's going on right now. It's just a different feeling. It's kind of pretty how blue the sky looks. I can see it in the phone. It looks kind of pretty. Yeah, that thumbscrew thing is interesting. That's why it's good not to allow things to bother you. Because once people start to see what it is that can get you all riled up, they could use that, easily use that against you. Bring up certain topics, or especially if they're a troll, which I can be a bit of from time to time. So to be honest, I'm actually kind of good at figuring out what annoys people. Plus, it helps that I'm not shy when it comes to engaging people in conversation. So when the occasion arises and the conversation's there, I'm curious about what people think anyways, so I'll ask questions or give my own opinion just to see what comes out of them. And I love a good debate. So are those stars? That's interesting. There's like two really bright lights in the sky that I don't normally see. What am I looking at? I don't know what that is. That's interesting. I think those are like helicopters, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what it is about a good debate. Also, it gets me energized. I feel like an adrenaline rush from a good exchange of ideas. What the heck is that? Maybe one of them's a star. looks too low in the sky to be a star. The other one can be, maybe, but it's very faint. It's super bright. Doesn't make any sense. Those contradict each other. It's really bright, but it's tiny. That's what it is. But it's like a piercing little light in the sky, and it's really high up in the sky, so that might be a star. And then this other one's fading away. That had to have been a helicopter or a plane or something. Now maybe it's like turning and moving away. That was weird. Yeah, I think that was like a police helicopter. That was kind of weird though. They're like both checking out the same thing, I guess. They were both police helicopters, because now I see the blue and red lights blinking. I wonder what was going on. But I heard they were talking on Joe Rogan about they're banning a bunch of car tires, because they're not energy efficient enough, supposedly. And the tires that they're going to allow to be on cars have to be of a firmer composition. Which, when it comes to performance, diminishes handling capability, because a firmer tire doesn't grip the road as well. We'll see what comes of that. All in the name of environmentalism. It's an Airwan truck. I don't think I've ever seen an Airwan truck before. Oh, I have to get over in front of this guy. Yeah, but that's something I'm going to have to correct myself on, is the amount of talking I do when it comes to, especially people at work. I think I'm going to just start sticking to myself and not engaging people in conversation. I don't know why, but that feels like the thing to do. Feels like it's time to switch course with how I conduct myself. Just with strangers, not with my woman. I'm going to take a fly under the radar position. There's not much to say to these people anyways. The normies, as Andrew Tate would put it. I'm gonna listen to him today. Be nice if all the dogs behaved today. That would be pleasant. Why is this person doing this? Slowing down a lot. Whatever, I'll just stay right there. That's why. "55-mile-an-hour speed zone will be enforced." And then everybody's blowing past me like like it doesn't matter. Almost there. It's funny that there's this bridge that they've been building. It's finished in terms of it being over the freeway, but they've yet to connect it to land, so it can't be used yet. And it's supposed to be a wildlife crossing. And what was I just watching or listening to? It was something I was hearing on a podcast that there's been like instances in the past where the humans have tried to like reintroduce certain wildlife to areas that they feel have almost been at the brink of extinction, and it's gone sideways and like it had like unintended consequences where they were like either eating a plant that a different animal was surviving off of, and now that it's like you can't try to manhandle nature back into what you believe to be a balance, because you end up screwing something else up. And I was just thinking, like, you could see how that bridge isn't like connected to land yet, so animals can't use it because it's supposed to be a wildlife crossing. And it's funny, if it does end up being finished and connected, what are the ramifications of that? Because now you're giving access to land for animals that didn't have it prior, but what could that throw off? There's only one way to find out. That bug is nice. But I get what they're thinking, because, oh wow, they must be traveling friends. It's like two bugs with these Resto Mod VWs that are really nice. And they have like roof racks with luggage and stuff. It looks like they're going like cross country trip or something. They're going on a trip. That's cute. Everybody go. But I know they're thinking it's like with that bridge. They're like, well, we put this freeway in the way, and now the animals don't have access. But it's like, there's like maybe some wildlife out here that you don't want to have access to residential areas. It's already too late. We have the what is. That makes sense. We've already done it. Can't undo it. And you might as well just leave it the way it is. So what if there's like mountain lions and stuff out here? Bobcats, that stuff's still around. How are you gonna have that stuff being able to go into like developed areas? It's just retarded. The animals will figure it out. And much better instincts than us. This whole environmental, gotta save the environment, protect the animals. I mean, I kind of get it, the animal stuff, but whatever. Just kind of over all of it at the same time. Comes the sun, it's pretty bright. Whose car is this? You were in my spot. Why? In my spot. Who goes there? Alright, I'm here.